Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs come in on a 6-game winning streak, facing off with the Washington Nationals. Cubs coming in with a 27-12 record, first place in the NL Central. Today's game against Washington is going to feature Brent Suter on the mound for the Cubs. The lefty Suter is making start number 7. With a 2-2 record, he has a 3.62 ERA and a 0.95 whip. And the Cubs lineup, due to the continued absence of Anthony Rizzo, is again going to look just a little different. Tauschman is going to be playing left. And we are going to see that the Cubs lineup today is going to include Hoerner, Correa, Santana, Springer, Harper, Amaya, Tauschman, the pitcher Suter batting 8th, and Paradas batting 9th. On the Washington side of the lineup card, Patrick Corbin is making the start for the Nationals. He is making start number 9 with a 2-4 record, 5.73 ERA, and a 1.50 whip. The Washington lineup will be Turner, Soto, Robles, Braun, Kaboom, Eaton, Reed, Corbin, and Difo batting 9th. It is 58 degrees. Wind is blowing out to right at 9 mph. And the Cubs are taking the field for the beginning of this ball game. We see now, as Trey Turner steps up to the plate, Suter is on the mound, and we are just about ready to get this game underway. Cubs still leading the division over the Cardinals and Reds, coming into today's play with a record of 27-12, putting a 6-game winning streak on the line. Suter now with the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. And I see now we need to switch to the full count 1-pitch mode, and there's a grounder toward third. Paradas has it. He throws over to first, and Turner's retired by a step for out number 1. Next up, Juan Soto. With 1 out, nobody on. Suter working with a 1-2 count. And he gets strike 3 looking right at the knees. That was a nasty slider. So Suter gets his first strike out of the game. 2 outs now, nobody on, and Robles the batter. 0-2 count. Suter delivers, and that is strike 3 on the inside corner, and the inning is over. Suter looking very sharp here in the early going. We go to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Patrick Corbin stepping onto the mound for the Nationals, facing off with Nico Hoerner. Hoerner with a 1-strike count is waiting for the pitch from Corbin. And there's a looper into center field. That is going to drop in for a leadoff single. Hoerner stops at first, and the Cubs have a runner. Correa steps up now, nobody out, 1 man on. Corbin working to Correa with a 1-1 count. There's a grounder to second. Oh, the pitcher cuts it off. He throws to the shortstop covering second base, and they get the lead runner for the first out of the inning. So nice reflexes there by Corbin to get to that ball. Santana now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Santana facing Corbin with an 0-2 count. And that is strike 3 at the knees. That is the second out of the inning. Corbin records his first strikeout. George Springer now the batter. 2 outs and 1 on. Corbin working with a 1-2 count. And strike 3 is called right there again at the knees. That sinker is just devastating for him today. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the top of the second of a scoreless ball game. Ryan Braun now leading off for the Brewers against Brent Suter here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count. Suter delivers a swing and a miss for strike 3. It looks like he got him to chase a breaking pitch right there. That was a slider down at the shoe tops. And Braun strikes out. Number 3 of the day for Suter. Kaboom now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 count. Suter delivers the pitch. And Kaboom knocks that one into the gap in left center field, going all the way to the wall. Tauschman chasing. He throws it back into the cutoff man. And that is going to be a 1-out double for Carter Kaboom. And now Adam Eaton is the batter with 1 out, 1 man on here in the top of the second inning. Eaton waiting for a 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to chase a slider that was down and in. And Corbin making that slider dance all over the place today. Now he's facing Roddy Reed. 2 outs and 1 man on. Suter working with a 1-strike count. And a grounder towards second. A diving play by Horner. He throws to first, and the throw is late. So the infield single, that was an excellent defensive play by, by Nico Horner to keep the ball from going into the outfield. However, the Nationals now send their pitcher Corbin up with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and that is strike 3 looking. A slider, and Corbin could do nothing with it. So Suter gets another strikeout on a breaking pitch. We go to the bottom of the 2nd of a scoreless ball game. Corbin now facing Bryce Harper to lead off for the Cubs. 2-1 is the count. Corbin delivers. There's a grounder right up the middle. Shortstop dives. He has it. He throws it away. So Harper is going to advance over to second as the ball rolls toward the dugout, and the Cubs have the leadoff runner on base with an error. So it was an error that killed the Nationals and ended the game yesterday. Let's see if the Cubs can capitalize on this one. Miguel Amaya now the batter. With nobody out, the runner on second. Amaya waiting for the 2-strike pitch. And a looper into center field. That is, however, going to be caught as Robles hustles in to catch it for out number 1. And now Tauchman the batter. With 1 out, 1 man on. Tauchman facing off with Corbin with a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Tauchman goes down swinging. Corbin has 3 strikeouts in the game. Brent Suter now the batter. 2 outs and the runner on second. Suter waiting for the full count pitch. And he's going to swing and miss for strike 3. So that's going to end the inning. Big curveball there for the punch out. And now we go to the top of the 3rd of a scoreless ball game. Suter facing Difo here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-2 is the count. Suter delivers the pitch. There's a grounder over to short. Correa has it. He throws to first. That is out number 1. Trey Turner now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. And a drive deep left field. Trey Turner got a hold of that one. It's going to be 4 rows deep in the outfield. That is a solo home run. It's going to give the Nationals a 1-0 lead. 405 feet out to left center field. So Trey Turner has broken the tie here in the top of the 3rd inning. Juan Soto now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Suter working with a full count. Here it comes. And a liner into left. That's going to be a base hit. Tauchman grabbing it, throwing it back into the cutoff man, and holding Soto to a single. Suter now facing Robles with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's a 1-2 count. Suter with the pitch. And a liner into right field. Diving is Harper, and he makes an excellent defensive effort for the 2nd out of the inning. Harper, all just guile out there in right field, especially after getting hurt earlier in the season. So Harper makes the play. 2 outs now, 1 man on, and Ryan Braun the next batter. Suter working with a 2-strike count, and Braun swings and misses to end the inning. So the Nationals strand a runner. They score 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd of a 1-0 Washington lead. Paradas now the batter, with leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-ball count, Isaac Paradas waiting for the pitch. And he's going to ground that one over to first. Picked up and flipped to the pitcher covering. That is out number 1. Corbin now facing Horner with 1 out, 1 man, nobody on base. Here is the first pitch to Nico Horner. And there's a looper into left, coming in fast as the left fielder. He gets under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Carlos Correa the batter now with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Carlos Correa, and that is low. It is ball 4. So Correa draws the 2-out walk, which brings up Danny Santana. Santana 0 for 1 today, coming up with 2 outs and runner on first. 2-2 pitch. Santana grounds it up the middle. Shortstop dives. He has it. It gets by him into center field. So it looked like he made the play, but it did get past him. And now Cubs have first and second with 2 outs, and George Springer's the batter. Springer facing Corbin for the 2nd time today. He is 0 for 1. Springer waiting for the 1-2 pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Corbin gets the strikeout, get himself out of the jam and out of this inning. Cubs strand 2. We go to the top of the 4th of a 1-0 ball game. Carter Kaboom now the batter. He is 1 for 1 today, facing Suter here in the top of the 4th. First pitch from Suter. Here it comes. And a grounder to short. Correa picks it up. He throws to first, and that is out number 1. Next up, Adam Eaton. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Eaton. And that's a looper into center. Coming in fast as Springer. He looks up and makes the catch for out number 2. Suter now facing Rowdy Reed with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Here is the first pitch. And a grounder up the middle. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Nationals go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-0 ball game. Bryce Harper leading off for the Cubs, still looking for his first home run of the season. He's facing Patrick Corbin here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2 is the count. Harper swings and misses for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. Miguel Amaya now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here is the pitch to Miguel Amaya. And a drive to left. Gonna get there, however, is the left fielder, Soto. He pulls it down for out number 2. Man, that looked good coming off the bat. But Soto was in good position to make that play. Tauschman now the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Tauschman facing Corbin with a 2-2 count. Corbin delivers strike 3 right at the knees. So the inning is over. The Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 5th of a 1-0 ball game. Suter now going to face his opposition, the pitcher Corbin, here in the top of the 5th. 2-ball count, Suter delivers. And there's a liner over the shortstop's head in the gap in left center field. That is going all the way to the wall. The pitcher is going to have an extra base hit to lead off the top of the 5th inning. And now, Suter's going to have to face Difo with a runner on second, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 2-1 is the count, Suter delivers. Popped up on the infield. Going over his Horner, he calls off Santana, makes the catch for out number 1. Trey Turner now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Turner facing Suter with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up shallow center field, coming in fast as Springer. He gets there and makes the catch for out number 2. Next up is Juan Soto with 2 outs and the runner on second. Top of the 5th inning. Suter working with a 3-ball count. And there's a grounder to first. Picked up by Santana. He wins the foot race to the bag and ends the inning. So the Nationals do not score. They strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 1-0 Washington lead. Suter now leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. How many pitches has Suter thrown? 76. Well, we can reasonably expect him to throw another inning. Okay. Suter's going to be allowed to hit. 2-ball count. Here comes the pitch. And Suter's going to ground that one weakly back toward the mound. The pitcher, Corbin, has it. He throws to first for out number 1. Paradas now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Waiting for the 2-1 pitch. And Paradas lines that one past the first baseman into right field. That's going to be a 1-out single for Isaac Paradas. He stops at first. And that'll bring up Nico Horner. Paradas over at first is relatively, he's average speed, I guess. But we're going to let him stay at first. Horner is going to swing away. He's been doing pretty well so far this season. We're going to see if he can move the runner around here. With 1 out, 1 man on, Cubs down by 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a full count pitch and a grounder to the third baseman. He dives, makes the play, and the throw to first is late. Nico Horner has an infield single, and suddenly the Cubs have first and second with 1 out, and Carlos Correa is coming up next. 1 out, 2 men on. Cubs down by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Correa with a 0-2 pitch. He grounds it to second. Picked up, thrown to short. The relay to first, and that is a 4-6-3-0 play to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. They do not score. We go to the top of the 6th of a 1-0 ball game. Victor Robles now facing Brent Suter to lead off the top of the 6th inning for the Nationals. Here's a 1-2 count. Suter delivers the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's that sinker. And Suter with strikeout number 7 on the day. Bringing up now Ryan Braun. 1 out, nobody on. Braun waiting for the 2-2 pitch. And that's a grounder over to first. Santana picks it. He steps on the base, and that is out number 2. Suter now facing Kaboom with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Suter delivers, and a grounder to short. Correa has this one. He throws to first, and that it will end the inning. So that tall infield grass continues to work to the Cubs' benefit. The Nationals go down in order. We go to the bottom of the sixth of a 1-0 ball game. Danny Santana is going to lead off against Patrick Corbin here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 2-1 is the count. Santana waiting. There's a liner into left. That is going to drop in for a leadoff single. So Danny Santana now is on first to lead off the inning for the Cubs. George Springer is the next batter. Santana is actually quite quick. And Rowdy Reed, he's got a pretty good arm behind the plate. And Patrick Corbin is actually quite excellent at holding runners, so we're probably not going to start the runner in this situation. Bottom of the sixth inning now, Springer batting with a tying run on first, nobody out. Here's the 2-2 count to George Springer. And a pop-up, straightaway center field going back toward the warning track. The catch is made, that is out number one. Springer certainly gave it a ride, but it was to the deepest part of the ballpark. Bryce Harper now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Harper facing Corbin here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 2-2 is the count. Harper swings and misses for strike 3. That is strikeout number 8 for Patrick Corbin. And for some reason, he looks like Roger Clemens today. So Corbin now facing Miguel Amaya with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here is the full count pitch. Amaya pops it up on the infield. The second baseman goes over. He calls for it, makes the play, which ends the inning. We're going to the top of the seventh inning now. It is a 1-0 contest. Suter at 90 pitches, coming back out to face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Washington lineup in the top of the seventh inning. And we're going to go ahead and warm up a reliever. We're going to warm up Birdie in the event that we would need somebody to bail out Suter in this top of the seventh inning. So the first opponent will be Adam Eaton, leading off for Washington in the top of the seventh inning. Here's a 1-1 count and the pitch from Suter. And there's a pop-up, medium depth right field. Chasing is Harper. He makes the play for out number 1. Rowdy Reed now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Reed facing Suter with 1 ball count. Here comes the pitch. And a looper past the second baseman into center field. That was kind of a seeing eye single. And the Nationals now have a runner on first with 1 out. And the pitcher, Corbin, is now the batter. This is probably going to be a sacrifice situation. Suter facing Corbin in the top of the seventh inning. 1 ball count. The bunt is laid down right back at the mound. The throw goes over to first, and the sacrifice is successful. The out recorded at first. Now there's 2 outs and a runner on second. Wilmer Difo is the batter. Difo is 0 for 2 today, facing Suter in the top of the seventh inning. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Here's a 3-1 count and the pitch from Suter. And a liner into left, going toward the alley is the left fielder. He dives and Tauschman makes an amazing play to end the inning. So the Cubs, the Nationals strand the runner. They do not score. The Cubs defense holds the day. We go to the bottom of the seventh now of a 1-0 ball game. And we have with us to lead the seventh inning stretch today, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Mike Tauschman is going to lead off against Patrick Corbin here in the bottom of the seventh inning. With the Cubs down by 1, Birdie is going to be sat down. There will be a pinch hitter for the pitcher spot coming up second in this inning. So Tauschman, who is 0 for 2 today, facing Corbin to lead off the bottom of the seventh. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch to Tauschman. And there's a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. He throws over to first. That is going to be out number 1. Next, we are going to have a pinch hitter, which is going to be Thairo Estrada, coming off the bench for the Cubs. The righty Estrada will face the lefty Corbin with 1 out at the bottom of the seventh inning. Estrada, 16 for 72 on the season with a home run and 6 RBIs. Estrada waiting for the full count pitch. Here it comes. And there's a looper into center field. That's going to be a diving play in center field, and he is robbed of a base hit. Victor Robles, with a nice defensive effort, gets the second out of the inning. And now Isaac Paradas, the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on. Paradas facing Corbin with a 1-1 count. And there's a pop-up in foul territory. Chasing is the first baseman, Braun, and he makes the catch, which ends the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We're moving on now to the 8th inning of a 1-0 ball game. And now Estrada will stay in the game and play third. Birdie will come in and pitch. So Nick Birdie is coming into this game. He's thrown 15 innings, walked 7, struck out 17 with an ERA of 1.20. He's going to face the top of the Washington lineup in the top of the 8th inning. With a 1-strike count, Birdie is looking to deliver the pitch. Turner standing in. Here it comes. And a liner past the first baseman into right field. That's a base hit. So the first batter reaches as the Washington Nationals now send up Juan Soto. Nobody out, 1 man on. Top of the 8th inning. Birdie working with a 2-2 count. And that gets away. That's a wild pitch, and it rolls to the backstop. So now the runner goes to second. He's got a full count on Soto. We're going to go ahead and warm up a reliever. We're going to warm up Jimenez in this situation. We're going to visit the mound because apparently Birdie is having a hard time out there. Full count, runner on second here in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So he got the fastball at 100 miles an hour and blew it right by Soto. Now Robles, the batter. 1 out, runner on second here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch. A liner into right, heading over is Harper. He plays it on the hop. The throw comes to the cutoff man. The runner stops at third. And now they do not want to test Harper's arm out there in right field. So Jurickson Profar is going to be the pinch hitter for Washington. He's coming in to bat from the left side against the righty Birdie here in the top of the 8th inning. With runners on the corners, 1 out, and the Nationals already up by 1. Birdie facing Profar with a 2-1 count. And that's a check swing. The runner goes down to second. The throw is not in time, and Robles gets the steal. So now Profar has a 2-2 count. Runners are on second and third, and Jimenez is ready to come in. So he will be brought in to face Kaboom. With two men on, a 2-2 count, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a pitch, and that's a pop-up to shallow left field. Coming in is Tauschman. He makes the catch. The throw comes home. The runner does not test his arm, and that's the second out of the inning. And now Jimenez will be brought in to face Kaboom in the top of the 8th inning. Joe Jimenez has thrown 13 in the third innings, walked 2, struck out 19, has a 4.72 ERA. He is going to come into this game with runners on second and third, 2 outs in the top of the 8th, and try to work his way out of this jam. Here's a 2-2 count. Jimenez looking for the sign, and here is the pitch. And there's a liner to right. Going back is Harper. He dives and makes the play in the well in right field. Harper with another excellent defensive effort to end the inning. So we go now to the bottom of the 8th. It is still 1-0 in favor of Washington. And finally, we see the Nationals bullpen come into action. Wander Suero has come out of the bullpen. He's thrown 5 in the third innings, walked 1, struck out 7, with a 3.38 ERA. He is going to face the top of the Cubs lineup in the bottom of the 8th inning. Horner, Correa, and Santana due up here in the 8th. So Horner comes up. He's 2 for 3 today. Facing off against Suero. Here's a 1-2 count. And Nico Horner waits for the pitch. And he's hit by the pitch. So he takes his base. Horner is on first to lead off the inning. And now, so Horner, is Horner particularly fast? I'm not even really sure. Let's just take a look at this and see. Oh yeah, Horner's kind of quick. So, Horner's on first. Correa is batting. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. You know, Suero is still really good at holding runners. And Reed is still behind the plate. So Correa is going to be swinging away. But we may look for a spot to run and hit. Let's see what happens here. First pitch. That's inside for ball 1. So on the second pitch, because that was a cutter, let's see if we get the fastball here on the second pitch. We're going to try the run and hit and see what happens. Correa, he does not swing. The runner goes down to second. Man, Correa had to swing at that. What happened? I put the run and hit on, and Correa didn't swing. He got a pitch on the inside corner, so he didn't protect the runner. Horner is thrown out at second. Now there's 1 out and nobody on. A 1-1 count to Carlos Correa. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch, and that is strike 3 right at the knees. The curveball for the strikeout is the second out of the inning. Danny Santana now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Suero with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Santana, and he swings and misses for strike 3 to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We're going to the top of the 8th of a 1-0 ball game. Jimenez now facing Eaton here in the top of the 9th inning. Jimenez threw 8 pitches to get the final out in the top of the 8th. So here we are in the 9th, and he's working with a 1-1 count. Here it comes. Liner into center field. That's going to be a base hit as Springer plays it on a hop. That's a leadoff single for Adam Eaton. Now we're going to warm up another reliever. In this case, we are going to warm up Junior Fernandez. And we're also going to visit the mound. He feels as good as ever. All right, let's see you get Rudy Reed out here in the top of the 9th inning. Nobody out, 1 man on. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And strike 3 looking right over the plate. That was a slider, and that is out number 1. Jimenez now facing Christian Walker here in the top of the 9th inning with 1 out, 1 man on. Walker waiting for the full count pitch. Jimenez delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second out of the inning. Jimenez recording his second strikeout, and that'll bring up Wilmer Difo. 2 outs, 1 man on. Difo facing Jimenez here in the top of the 9th. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Joe Jimenez delivers. Strike 3 called, and he strikes out the side after allowing the leadoff single. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. It is still 1-0 here in Chicago. The Cubs need to rally if they're going to win this game. They're down to their final 3 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. George Springer facing Suero here in the bottom of the 9th. We're going to sit down Junior Fernandez. Springer is 0 for 3 today. He's facing Suero in the bottom of the 9th with the Cubs down by 1. Here's a 1-strike pitch. Springer waiting, and he's hit by the pitch, so he takes first. George Springer now is on base as the tying run, and Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate. And now Stephen Okert is coming out of the Nationals bullpen. He has 14 innings thrown, 9 walks, 15 strikeouts, and an ERA of 9. So is he in here for the lefty-lefty matchup? Because he only has 1 save on the season, but he's given up a lot of base hits and a lot of earned runs. So Okert facing Harper, bottom of the 9th, tying run on first, nobody out. Here is the first pitch to Bryce Harper. Okert looking for the sign. And the pitch. And there's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. He steps on second, relay to first. There is a 6-3 double play, which erases the runner. And now Miguel Amaya comes up. He is the Cubs' final. It represents the Cubs' final at bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Amaya facing Okert with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs down to their final out. Here's the first pitch to Miguel Amaya. And Amaya lines that one down the left field line. That's going all the way into the corner. It's really too bad we just grounded into a double play because that would have tied up the ball game. Miguel Amaya slides into second with a double. And now the tying run is on second. The inning is extended and Mike Tauschman comes up. And now we are going to see a pinch hitter, Wilson Ramos, for Mike Tauschman. The righty Ramos will be brought up to face the lefty Okert with 2 outs and the tying run on second in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here is the situation for the Cubs. They are down by 1. They only have 1 out left in this ball game right now. Okert facing Ramos, who's come off the bench. Here is a 1-1 count, and the pitch to Wilson Ramos, and he pops it up on the infield. The third baseman comes over, he calls for it, he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs' winning streak is over. This is a 1-0 contest that goes to the Nationals. Washington gets 1 run on 9 hits with 1 error. The Cubs, no runs on 6 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is the Nationals' Patrick Corbin, who I feel like cut his ERA in half in this ballgame. He went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Suero got a hold. Okert got his 2nd save of the season. Brent Suter gets a tough luck loss. He threw 7 innings of 6-hit, 1-run baseball with 7 strikeouts, and only allowed the home run, which was the difference in this ballgame, to Trey Turner in the 3rd inning. Birdie threw 2/3 of an inning. Jimenez an inning and a third of scoreless relief. So the Cubs dropped to 27-13, while the Nationals improved to 20-21. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.